In today's video, we're going to register an employee for MyTRS membership. So to register an employee, you're going to go to the roster, the blue margin on the left. In the top right hand corner, you want to choose register employee. And here you'll see that the registration process is a wizard. Now, something that's very key is we're not going to talk about any of the eligibility criteria today in this video, so this is just procedural to help get your new employees in the system. If you need to find information about who's eligible for the MyTRS, we do have a separate video for that. So with that, let's get started. So first, we're going to enter in our employee's social security number. Now, when you're entering this in, we're going to choose next, and we're choosing a brand new employee who's never had membership in the MyTRS. Now, when you get to this stage, you'll see that it's no match found, create a new member. If you were entering in somebody from a different school district, so we're working in Blackboard, but if the person we were registering had prior membership, say in the Aviary Public Schools, then they would come up and it would show their information on this screen here, and it would display what we already have in MyTRS. That's a good indication that they have prior service with us. Okay, so for today, we're going to add in Jessica. Last name is Jarp. Her date of birth is 9. Excuse me. 9/22/1977. Very good. So now we'll choose next. And here we have the option to add in Jessica's phone number. So we're going to enter in 617-555-1212. And as an email, now we're going to enter in an email for Jessica. So since I'm doing a training video, I'm actually going to enter in my email here at the MyTRS. Very good. And we're going to mark off that it's both a primary phone number and a primary email. Now, there are a lot of cases where it makes sense to put in someone's cell phone number here. They might not have a landline. Very few folks, I think, these days do. So feel free to put in someone's cell phone number if they have it listed there. Now, in the next step, this is the employment information. So this is where we're starting to get into the details for their actual employment with the with your school district that qualifies them for MyTRS membership. So first we'll put in the start date. So we're going to say she starts on 9/1/2024. Very good. So now Jessica is, we'll say, a licensed speech pathologist and therapist. So she has her DESE license as a speech pathologist. She's not a long-term sub. We're going to say she's full-time. And you can see a note about half-time members. And again, for membership eligibility training, please make sure you watch our other video. We're going to say she's starting at a salary of $86,000. And the date of her first payroll deduction. So she's starting 9/1/2024. So we're going to go ahead and say she's going to have a first payroll date of 9/13/2024. Now, she's a licensed speech pathologist, so she's probably a 10-month employee. Now, of course, you should know this factually. She works for you. Your school district uses a 26 pay calendar. Again, you have all the different options we have available. We're going to pick 26. And then her pay duration. In this particular school district, we're going to say she has lump sum. Usually, you know, if you're paying 26 pays, it's always going to be either 12 or LS, okay? So this is the duration in which you're paying the employees over. So it should always be either 12 or LS. So we're going to choose LS. We're going to go to the next screen. Now this screen is dynamic. So in this step in the process, there are a couple of different options. So when you're registering an employee, this is going to be a crucial bit of information for their eligibility. Again, for exactly what I mean by that, please see our eligibility training. However, is she required to have a DESE license? Well, if you say no, the system's just going to move on, right? It's the only question you really had to answer. She's not required to. And again, you'll see allied health professionals is accepted for only occupational and physical therapists. So we're going to say yes, she is required. Now you're going to tell us what her status is. Well, you could say she's not certified, but that doesn't make sense if if she's required to be, right? So certification is pending, right? And please note, by certification we mean licensure. The DESE used to call them certification, and at some point we'll have this updated. But so is her license pending? Okay, so sometimes you can have somebody who's required to be licensed and you're hiring without it. So if you say, yeah, it's pending, again, you're not going to get any other fields. So now if we say, same thing for waiver, of course, DESE can offer a waiver. However, we're going to say certificate has been issued, and now you'll see that you have fields to fill in the certificate info. So her certification number is, and Jessica's been registered for a while here, so she's got an old school 3 number, and it was issued on way back in 2002 by DESE. Okay, so now we have all our certification information. Jessica, that's great. Then we're going to go on to the next step. So here you get a confirmation of all the different things you entered. So this is Jessica's SSN, her name, last name, date of birth, all this sort of stuff. If you find something's wrong here, this is where you want to go back and make corrections, okay? So it's important. I know it's very easy to skip over sort of confirmation steps. Everybody's in a hurry. But please just take a quick look at this, because now you can make changes without having to do the form all over again. And nobody wants to do more work than they have to. I'm going to choose confirm. And now you get to a page with a couple of different things. So this is important. So first you have your enrollment assignment sheet. So we're going to click on that. And this sheet allows you a receipt. So if you're getting audited by DESE and they want to make sure that you're doing your registrations on time, make sure you're having these sheets somewhere. Now you can print them if you want to, but you can also save them electronically, right? So if you go up into the little save button, it looks like a floppy disk. I'm sure many people don't even know what that is anymore. However, you can save a copy of it, put them in a drive on your network or what have you. And that can be helpful for a couple of reasons. One, if Jessica fails to follow up and enroll, you always have a copy available to you. And second, you always have them available in case, again, if you're going through one of your audits and someone wants to prove that you're meeting your mandatory requirements, you can prove that, all right? So we're going to go ahead and go back to our first page here. And now once we've gotten that, we've taken care of it, we've printed it, this is a crucial step, okay? And that is you want to email the enrollment assignment sheet to your employee. That's how they know to enroll. So we're going to go ahead and click the email enrollment assignment sheet. You get a confirmation here that the email has been sent to the member, and now the member has received their email and is prepared and set up and ready to go to enroll in the MyTRS. And it's just that simple. Now, if once you get your, made sure you printed this, you got the, you got your confirmation message that the email went out, you can either close the form totally, or if you have other people to enroll, because a lot of times you have to do multiple registrations, in a succession, you can simply click start over, and you can do your next form. So you'll also see, I'm just going to cancel this because I don't have another registration, and you'll see that Jessica here is the top person. She's the most recent person to be set up. And if now that she is set up, if you click into her SSN, you can find all the information you just entered, and most importantly, you can find Jessica's contribution rate here in the rate and information box, okay? So when you're setting her up in payroll, get her registered nice and early. MyTRS will tell you what her contribution rate is, and you'll never get it wrong. All right, so hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.